Hi, this is Markus Hohmeier. I'm Director of Publishing and Marketing with the European magazine, and I'm here at the Tech Open Air Berlin 2015. And with me is Marten Blankesteijn. He is CEO and founder from Blendle. Blendle is a platform, and he brings together articles from different media outlets with a simple payment option. And we have Dybec. He's managing editor at Elite Daily. Elite Daily is an online magazine who caters the Generation Y. He will give us some insights on the millennials. And on my left-hand side, there's Stefan Betzold. He's managing director at Bild Digital, an Axel Springer media brand. And he was crucial in the implementation of the paywall at Bild. So today we're going to talk a little bit about tech and how it changed journalism. So first question, our industry is under fire. So we have decreased revenue streams from print and fierce competition online. And I wonder, do we face the same problem like the music industry? So are we doomed? What do you say, Craig?
My answer to that is no. I think, especially working for a millennial-focused publication where our content is based on constant evolution and adaptation. I think that with new technologies, things like Periscope, Snapchat, it just opens doors to be able to tell stories in different ways and create new types of content altogether.
So Axel Springer transformed dramatically, and it's now almost a digital company. What do you think, Stefan?
I also wouldn't see we're doomed. No, we're not doomed at all, but we're facing same or similar challenges as the music industry did 10 or 15 years ago with the whole transformation from CD sales and physical sales to digital. And now if you look at the music industry revenues, they're growing again, and it was quite a long period where they were under fire. And we need to learn from their experiences and make profits and experience out of that. And we're running through similar challenges and need to transform even faster than they did. So that's why we strongly focused on the whole transformation from print, from older target groups to new target groups based on maybe new platforms enabled through new technology. And using that new opportunities does help us in growing the business.
Marten, what do you think? You have an offer with your startup.
Yeah, well, I really like the comparison to the music industry because indeed 10, 15 years ago people would say that young people would never pay for music again, and I thought they were right because I was downloading everything for free and I thought this is never going to be better than this. And now everybody that I know is paying 10 euros a month to Spotify or paying for music in any other way. And in journalism, we are at the same stage. If I talk to publishers, then they all say, oh, yeah, we tried everything, but we cannot reach young people. And I think the main reason for that is that it's really hard to find that there is great journalism, because there is great journalism, but it's published in print. And if young people don't read it, then they don't even realize that there are, for example, great Spiegel articles in the paper edition of their Spiegel, which aren't published at the Spiegel website. And those are actually the best stories. And if they would know that those stories exist, then it's still very hard to get them, because then you would have to buy a print magazine or an iPad app or whatever. But that's really difficult. And if you make it very easy for people to discover those articles and make it really easy to pay a little for them, then we see in Holland that a lot of people, especially young people, do want to pay for that.
Yeah, so it seems we have some strategies in place, so the companies learned something. Let's talk a little bit about video. How important is video for your site, Elite Daily?
Video is huge for Elite Daily. I think it's going to be big for a lot of publishers, not even just our direct competitors, but really publishers across the market. I think it's a new way to tell stories. I think there's a large revenue model behind it as well, and that's something that we're seeing is we're able to incorporate video in existing content and create a true multimedia experience, as well as create a new product entirely. Videos, documentaries, sketches, there's so many ways to tell stories through video that it's really just expanded our content.
And you at Bild, you have this offer Bild Plus, and I guess a lot of videos behind the paywall. What's your insight about video at Bild?
And video is a strategic area for us. It's not so much that we put all the videos behind the paywalls, because for videos there's still a very good opportunity to monetize them. CPMs are still very high, and big advertising revenues out there. We do have the exclusive videos we do license and produce for the Bundesliga contents, for example, behind the paywall. But we also open them up for the free user starting on Monday morning, because there's a big advertising revenue case behind that. And next to the business side, a video is very important for us because it gives our editorial team much more creativity and space for storytelling, as Greg mentioned. You can transport all the emotions, the feeling, what happens right now. It provides you better opportunities for live broadcasting, for live covering of stories, etc. So it's a very important storytelling tool for us, and we need to further play around with it and test and learn, also on all, across all sides of the business.
So video is very important, and let's talk a little bit about Snapchat. I just read they have 2 billion video views a day on Snapchat in the US. And do you experiment with Snapchat at Elite Daily?
So on a very basic level, sure, there's going to be a lot of evolution with that. Right now, we're using it as more of a tool to help our readers gain some insight on our culture and who we are. Which I think is important as well, and gives another layer to the content when people can start seeing, who's creating these articles, who are the people behind it, who, are sitting at their computers all day or outside, making these videos. So it's been really helpful for the cultural aspect. I think it's going to be interesting because it's going to allow a new type of content, a new form of content altogether. Not sure what that is yet, similar to Periscope and live streaming, but it's a way to create content that exists specifically for that platform, the way that I know some publishers have created content specifically for Tumblr, Pinterest, and have gotten a lot of value that way.
Martin, you're a journalist as well. What do you think, these services like Snapchat and Periscope, how does it change journalism? And is the individual journalist more important than the brand? Because now he has his followers.
I don't think so. And if I would have 2 pieces of paper here and I would say, hey, this is a story of John Johnson, do you want to read it? Or I say, this is John Johnson from the New York Times, do you want to read it? Then I'm very confident that you would go for the New York Times story. And it's really, of course, there are certain journalists and bloggers and so on who are brands of their own right now, but that's a very small percentage. And like 99.9% of all the journalists really rely on the reputation of their brand. Because their brand is much more important than they are, and if they are great brands themselves, then in a lot of cases they have gotten that reputation thanks to the brand they were working for. So I still think brands will remain very important.
Okay, so we can talk about the same topic with instant articles from Facebook. They just launched it, and Bild is experimenting with instant articles. What's your insight so far? What do you want to learn, and how is it working?
I can't give you any insights because we just started the first instant article on Monday, and we are the first German publisher on instant articles. And why do we do that? Because we need to bring the contents to the audience wherever they are, being on the mobile phone, being on a smart TV, being on a tablet, being on the desktop internet. And that's very important for us. And a big proportion of the target group is sitting in front of Facebook and using Facebook also on the way to work. And Facebook Instant Articles provides a good opportunity to make it even more seamless in the user experience, to load faster, even if the connection is slow in the train. And it provides new opportunities to experiment how we present the contents. And that's what we're doing. And if you look at the first article, it's a completely new experiment of how we present the contents. It's sliced into cards, it swipes, it's instant autoplay of the videos. It includes the World Cup winning goal directly playing. So it's a very good test for us, and we'll experiment further with that and play around with this new platform.
Yeah, I will follow that closely. To round this up, so tech changes journalism a lot. So for our audience, maybe as a last question, just give us your top 3 websites that you go to quite frequently. For me, it would be The Verge, for example. What is your favorite?
Yeah. I'll throw Elite Daily in there because I'm on it all day. I still love getting news from the New York Times and reading those editorials. And I've been reading a lot of Vox lately. I think they are doing a good job of taking hard news, breaking news, politics, and really packaging it in a new, interesting, and interactive way, which I think, in terms of long-form articles, journalism, breaking news, is the future for a lot of sites.
Martin?
Yeah, well, this is not might sound weird, but I'm really I've never read as few as I'm reading today, because I'm working like 16, 17 hours a day.
Same with musicians.
Yeah.
Before they started playing music.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm actually reading most on Blendle, because that's what I'm obviously have to do to make sure that I understand what we are doing. But there are very few websites I come to. I really need my girlfriend to tell me that some really weird thing had happened somewhere in the world today, because I wouldn't have noticed it myself.
Okay. And Stefan?
It's really hard to say because I scan a lot of topics and read a lot of websites. I also have to say I use Bild very often because I work there and I love the contents. And they have the best sports section. A Business Insider I use very often. Maybe that if you look at my at the browser history, that would pop up, and then it's a broad mix.
So last question. Did you get any insights from the Tech Open Air so far that you can that will help you with your business? And what do you like about the Tech Open Air?
Yeah, for me, I think it's really the innovation. I'm not so much on the tech side with my job. I'm heavily focused and involved in content. So it's amazing to see so many innovations and technologies that are based around content, and just creative minds that are trying to create new distribution platforms and ways for people to get content even quicker, and aggregating content so that people are reading specifically what they're interested in.
Yeah, I mean, I'm only here for half an hour now, but I've already seen 15 people that I know, so I'm really amazed, and I didn't even know that they would be here. So I just walked around for 2 minutes, and I already saw all those people that I would like to talk to. So for me, that's the coolest thing about Tech Open Air, that all the cool people are here.
I would also say creative space, creative atmosphere, lots of people to network, and it's about the discussions you do and you have with different people. What to learn, we'll see tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks for sharing your insights with us. I learned a lot. And I think now it's time to head back to the festival. They enjoy the barbecue and they have some good musicians playing downstairs. Thanks a lot.